friends, family, colleagues, and fellow musicians to the Turning Leaf Ceremony for our friend Christoph Greder. Tonight we pay tribute to Christoph's practice as a music therapist in his last position at St. Barnabas Medical Center, where after 6 years at the hospital, Christoph, together with a number of his fellow colleagues, were downsized, and the psychiatric unit that they worked at and felt so much a part of was closed. In life, doors close and new doors open. These days, all across America, job layoffs are all too common and a very real phenomenon. Thousands of people in our tri-state area alone have lost their jobs. It's terrible. Just read the paper and you'll see that no one is immune and every career field has been affected. I'm sure you know someone who's been laid off, or maybe it has happened to you. Unfortunately, our society is still coming to grips with how to honor and acknowledge this traumatic, yet on the rise, rite of passage. When a person is laid off, it isn't the same as being fired. And yet, misplaced guilt and shame are attached to this experience. It's time we change this way of thinking. And that's what we are going to do for Christoph tonight. Together, we pay homage to this most significant time in all of our lives, the time spent on the job. By acknowledging the blood, sweat, tears, laughter, the people we've met, the lessons learned, the dedicated hours worked, all that was created, the life we shared, and all that we gave of ourselves on the job. This is a major milestone in Christoph's life, and we celebrate it with him and for him. It is a time of transformation and renewal. He is a turning leaf, weathering the winds in his life, moving, shaping, adapting, creating his future evermore. Christoph expresses, from chaos comes order. The journey taken transforms you along the way. You emerge anew and wise. Your community, your friends and family see what you've been through and that you've made it through the ring of fire. You've triumphed. I've triumphed too, he says with a smile. Christoph realizes that the downsizing was not personal, but a corporate decision. Yet, it affected him deeply. Christoph very much valued his work as a music therapist at St. Barnabas Hospital. And he knew that the organization held him and his practice in high esteem as well. He loved his job, and he never thought it was going to end. When it did, it was shocking, and he suddenly realized there was nothing anyone could do to change it. It was a hopeless and a blameless situation. Many people were affected by the downsizing and the unit closing, including patients, volunteers, doctors, nurses, and many families. It was painful for everyone. Tears were shed, and a wonderful bond once forged with the hospital was broken. Everyone, whether they stayed on, were transferred, or let go, felt a deep sense of desperation, disruption, and sadness. Christoph tells us, we were a community, maybe the only stable and caring environment many of our patients would ever know. There will always be a warm place in my heart for St. Barnabas, Christopher tells us. I made lifelong friends there. Before our two lovely daughters were born, my dear wife, Carol, and I lost our first babies there They were stillborn at St. Barnabas. So you see, it is a sacred place for us. Christoph continues, my time at the hospital, as I look back, encompassed a lot. We were a down-to-earth, compassionate family. My position there brought the best out of me as it did everyone. I will always be grateful that I fine-tuned my approach on music therapy while at St. Barnabas. I was invited to write a chapter on music therapy for a book authored by Ross Wilder. It was one of the most significant self-discovering experiences that I've had in my life, and I have so many people to thank for this. Time off and new beginnings. Time off for Christoph was leaf turning and tuning in to life. He tells us in his own words, I spent time with my family. Christoph explains with a sparkle in his eyes, along with one of his famous musical giggles. It was a very rare thing to have so much time with them. If I had been working, we would have never had this precious time together. It was beautiful. In June, we took a trip to Switzerland for 3 weeks to see our family. It was fantastic, he shouts. It was the best vacation we ever had. The kids got to see everyone, and we did everything together. I can't tell you how wonderful I feel about taking this time and making it so special for my family. Late this summer, I got a call from Ellen Stavich, who said that there may be a position open for a music therapist at Newark Beth Israel Hospital. I'm happy to announce that my first day at work was August 18th, 2003. Congratulations, Christoph. Give us a yodel. On the first day of his new job, Christoph felt melancholy, knowing that a chapter of his life at St. Barnabas had ended, and at the same time, happy that a new one had begun. His task at hand was to reestablish himself. His lifelong dream had always been to be a music and creative art therapist, and much to his delight, he had the opportunity to continue this quest. He has only been at Newark Beth Israel a few months now. And already I can tell you, and so can Carol, that he's feeling damn good. He's making friends and his work is being appreciated. Experts from the state came in to evaluate the hospital a few weeks ago and complimented the music therapy creative arts program on the unit. This gives Christoph great pride and joy to be part of something again. He has triumphed. The leaf turns upward towards the sun. And now I ask a dear friend of Christoph's to come on up and read a poem for him. Cindy Reed, come on up. Just skip over the little ones. Thank you.
Christoph, I read this to you in tribute to your eternal optimism and holy good nature. Rumi, the way of love. The way of love is not a subtle argument. The door there is devastation. Birds make great sky circles of their freedom. How do they learn it? They fall, and falling, they're given wings.
As all of us entered this beautiful boat lodge here in Verona on the lake, you were greeted by lovely melodies and a moon that was disappearing.